Hello everyone to the English conversation. Today we are going to talk about Halloween as it is close at the 31st of October. First of all, we are going to ask you some questions, and with the answers we are going to tell you about the history of Halloween, and finally we are going to talk about a little bit about Halloween in our countries.
Yes, we are gonna start with the quiz. Important is it's possible that there's more than one answer correct. So, yes. And of course you can again pause the video if you need more time for the answers. And we're gonna start with the first question. Where does Halloween come from? We are talking about the American Halloween celebrations, but of course Halloween in America has a history even before America, if you want. So, yes.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna show you the answers.
There are three possible answers. They are the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain.
Yes, a Roman holiday for commemorating the dead.
And the Christian day to celebrate All Saints.
Yes, we're going to talk a little about the history. So the Celts celebrated their new year at November 1st, and they believed that the night before, so on the 31st of October, the boundary between the living and the dead became blurred, so ghosts could come to Earth, and also people from Earth could look into the future. Yes.
And then the Romans conquered the majority of the Celtic territory. So a Roman holiday in late October started to be celebrated, the death, and it became combined with the Celtic celebration too.
Yes. And then, of course, you know it here too, I think. There is a Christian day, or they got by the Pope introduced a Christian day, first to honor all martyrs and later also to honor all saints. And this was the 1st and the 2nd of November.
Yes.
And this also got mixed into this tradition of Samhain and the Roman tradition, and it got all into one holiday with different kind of celebrations.
Okay,
Yes.
and finally the first settlers that came were from different countries that came to America. So the traditions started to mix and the American version of Halloween started to emerge.
Yes. Okay, next question.
What used to be part of its celebration?
Yes. So you have some time to think, and now we're gonna show the answers.
There are two answers.
Yes.
Which are telling ghost stories and vandalism and playing pranks.
So we are now talking about the first Halloween celebration in this new America where the settlers arrived from Europe. And yeah, at the beginning of this American history, Halloween was all about friends and family coming together. They would play games, dance, and tell stories about ghosts or about dead relatives. Yes.
And Halloween was not popular in the whole country, but this changes in the second half of 19th century with the arrival of immigrants that helped to make Halloween more popular everywhere in the US.
Because there were a lot of new immigrants coming, for example, from Ireland. Yes. And then at the end of the 19th century, when these new immigrants had arrived, there was a push from these immigrants to make Halloween less about witchcraft and religion and more about the community coming together and kids having a fun day to celebrate. So the religious aspects of the day in America got kind of pushed out, and it became more of a community holiday.
Yeah, and in the beginning of the 20th century, it became mostly a secular holiday.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah. However, with the vandalism and playing pranks, when it became a secular holiday, there started to be a problem with young people who would use the night or the evening to do vandalism and play pranks. But in the end, in the 50s, at the end of the 50s, this problem kind of disappeared because of mayors and other community leaders,
because it's violent.
Did something against it. Okay, so then we have a question more.
Okay, what does trick or treat mean?
Yes, trick or treat is a Halloween tradition. We're going to talk about it after we've shown the answers. And what do you think does it mean? Okay, we are going to show the answers.
Okay, there are two answers. Going from house to house, dressed up, as you can see in the photo, and collecting sweets.
Yes. Trick or treat is now one of the most, I would say, one of the most famous and most popular things to do on Halloween, especially for kids in America. And you collect sweets.
Yes, you go to the houses, you ring, and they open you the door, and you say trick or treat. And yes, if there is treat, they give you the sweets. And if they don't give you sweets, it's not treat, it would be trick. So you make them pranks.
Yes, and I have actually read that one quarter of the candy that is bought in America in a year is bought for Halloween. So
yeah, so yeah, we can see how important it is.
Yeah, quite a lot of sweets. Okay.
Okay, and now the last questions.
What other traditions are being celebrated at Halloween now, like in our time now?
Yeah.
Yes. And we are going to show you the answers.
There are three answers: carving pumpkins, going to parties, and collecting money.
Yes, there are even more traditions, and we have tried to show you some in the pictures. For example, especially in New York, I've read there is a big Halloween parade. So you go dressed up to the parade and you can march around the city and have fun with your friends, I guess, and maybe also collect some candy during the parade. Yes.
Okay, and what we didn't know before is the apple activity. There are apples in the water, and you have to take the apples with the mouth without anything else. So yes, this is the challenge.
Yes, this is called apple bobbing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's also very popular to do things that scare you, like going to a scary theme park or a haunted house or watching a horror movie, something like this.
And then carving pumpkins, as you see, you carve the pumpkins with this scary face. Yes, too.
And we put collecting money because there are different initiatives who use this Halloween Eve to collect money for their project, so that you can collect money instead of sweets and then donate the money to, I don't know, UNICEF or something like this.
This is not very typical, I think, like, because most of the kids, they collect sweets, but yeah, the money, like the UNICEF, it's also.
Yes. Okay, and going to parties?
Yes, well, going to parties because I'm Spanish, so she looked at me. Of course, in Spain, we go to parties a lot, and I think everywhere now it's international. So yes, it's just you dress up and you go to parties. It's not a normal party because you have to dress up. If not, it doesn't make sense. So yeah.
Yes. So we hope that you learned a little bit about Halloween in the in the US. It's
Yeah.
the second most celebrated holiday after Christmas there. So yes.
Okay, and now?
And now we're going to talk a little about Halloween in Germany and in Spain. Actually, I have to say we don't celebrate Halloween in Germany. Well, we have it's not a tradition, but of course we are also under the American influence with media and films and everything. So we do have some kids who go from house to house and do trick or treat, but it's not common. However, we have similar traditions, but we do it on other occasions. For example, we have the dressing up and the parade we do at Carnival, which you may have heard of, especially where I come from. Carnival is very popular. Yeah, and yes, so we have the dressing up and the parade, but it's not about scary costumes, it's just about costumes. And then we have also something similar than trick or treat on St. Martin's Day, St. Martin's Eve. It's the 11th of November. I think you know it here too. And there we also have a parade with these lanterns, as you can see in the picture. But after the parade, it is common to go from house to house with the lanterns, and then you, as kids, not as adults, as kids, and then you ring the bell and you sing a song, like a song, a traditional song for this day. We have some songs, you sing a song, and then as a thank you for the song, you also get sweets. So we collect sweets on St. Martin's Day. Yes.
Well, this is most, yeah. Like
Okay.
Okay, now in Spain, we have a great variety of things because we have autonomous communities, and in every place we celebrate everything. We are Spanish, so, and well, I'm going to talk about the well, not the most important, but what I think are the best ones. Yeah, well, in the north they celebrate it more because of Celtic traditions. We talk about it. So, for example, they have La Quemada, which is an alcoholic drink, which has coffee beans, sugar, lemon, orange peels, and aguardiente, which is an alcoholic drink, and they consume this drink in a pumpkin, and after reciting a spell, so it's like very scary. And well, also in Barcelona there is la castañada, because castaña means chestnut, and as you can see, they cook chestnuts, but also sweet potatoes, they drink sweet wines, and yeah, and cakes, Catalan cakes with different flavors. So always eating, yeah. And then also in Barcelona, I saw an interesting activity, which is the root of the altars, which it's offering, and as you can see in the photo, and remembering the deceased, and it's in commemoration for Mexican tradition. It's the Mexican tradition. So yes, we are linked and connected to the Mexican Halloween tradition, which is very important too. And then in Madrid, I'm from Madrid, so the Killer Zombie March, it's very funny, and I really enjoyed it. And of course, as the name says, it's the zombie march where there are zombies, and they dress up and they were made up really, really good, and they have to chase the people and around the city, and you have to go around the city and chase the people, and if a zombie comes to you and takes you, you are dead, so your role is over. And yeah, and of course there are festivals, parties, concerts, exhibitions, and other performances in Spain, almost everywhere. And my experience is that I go for trick or treat to the houses, and I dress up and make up and make parties, and also we throw eggs to the windows of the houses and we have to run, but it's very mean. I did it once and I felt really bad. So yeah.
Okay.
So thank you very much.
Yes.
We hope you enjoyed the Halloween.
Yeah, we hope you found it
topic.
interesting. And we will see each other next week in another video. Or you can, of course, also join our online conversation on Skype. And yeah, have a nice week.
Have a nice week. Bye.
Bye.